Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well and your weekend is off to a great start. It's Saturday, May 15th. Important video today on EIDL news, both EIDL loans and grants. We've looked at some new data to give you an idea of whatever state you're in, how many targeted grants have been approved and how many supplemental grants have been approved. And we continue to update this, but I'll share with you the data. I think many of you who are still anxious about when you're going to find out, when you're going to get approved, this will help put things in perspective. How many folks besides you have been approved? Or maybe you are one of the lucky folks who has already been approved and you're in the all three club. Thanks so much for watching. And do me a huge favor, hit subscribe if you're new to this channel. Tomorrow I'll be talking about 10 new grant programs that will be super relevant for many of you. Other ways of getting thousands, tens of thousands, or more in funding. We do that every week and we do that consistently on the Skip app. So hit subscribe so you get an alert about that and like this video so more people see it. We are trying to help millions of small businesses, so every new like and subscriber really helps a lot. So here's the data I went into last week. The SBA published this on Thursday, but they released it on Friday. Basically, in these weekly reports, they give the total EIDL loans that have been distributed by state, including the dollar amount. They also give the total targeted advances by state. I mentioned that the progress was not that good. Only 103,000 advances have been approved. It was 99,000 the week before, so the pace is very slow. Even though 6% of you, according to our YouTube survey, have said that you have gotten not only the targeted advance, but also the supplemental advance as well. So maybe many of you watching this channel are ahead of the game, you are on top of things, and you already know if you are in a low-income community or not. I'll run the poll again on Monday to see how much progress has been made. The big news, though, was that they finally published supplemental targeted advance. However, not that many have gone out. Less than 12,000 supplemental targeted advances have been funded. So if you're watching and you've received a supplemental targeted advance, you are one of 12,000 people. So think about that for a minute. $59 million have gone out for this extra bucket of funding. And if you haven't been approved, put this in perspective, virtually no one has gotten supplementals yet. But one of the things we just put up today, and I encourage everyone to take a look, link right below, also on our app, is we've done a state-by-state breakdown of this data. Okay, for example, in Alabama, we list 46,000 businesses have received EIDL loans, 1,400 businesses have received targeted EIDL advances, and 166 businesses have received supplemental EIDL advances. Now, the way the SBA structures everything, to be considered for an advance, so all of the advances are a subset of the total loans. Okay, so we did the numbers here. Basically what this means is 3.1% of EIDL loan recipients have received a targeted advance. Okay, only 3.1% in Alabama, and 0.4% have received a supplemental advance, so less than 1%. You can go through every single state. You can scroll very quickly to find your state. Let's see where I'll stop. In Oregon, 39,000 businesses have received EIDL loans. Only 1,000 have received targeted EIDL advances, and only 155 have received supplemental. There are some differences ranging from 1% to 5% targeted advances. Supplemental are generally all below 1%, but if you're curious about the progress, scroll to your state, take a quick look. A lot of this too is to help raise awareness. Congress is actively talking about and considering if they need to do more small business funding and do they need to change the rules. The SBA, we heard from our SBA contact that Isabel Guzman doesn't like the current rules. The SBA tries to stay bipartisan. Basically, there's legislation that approves funding. The SBA's job is to then distribute it. They can make policy decisions based on that. What is fair, what is equitable. A lot of that, if it's not specified in the legislation, is up to the SBA. So by being aware here, by answering our surveys, by subscribing, it's all a positive signal for the SBA saying, hey, small business owners care about this. They care about the grants and they care about the loans, and they need more support. Finally, thousands and thousands of you have already been searching for our new EIDL loan and EIDL advance recipient lookup. It's at helloskip.com/EIDL-data. Link right below as well, but you can search your business name. That's the most important thing, right? If you've received an advance or a loan, just quickly check, is your business listed? Is the information accurate? That's important to know that there's no mistakes on the public record. If there are, you can report them to the SBA. Finally, you can also see businesses near you or just random things. For example, I just typed in EIDL grant search. We saw a couple funny things here that, basically you'll see data errors. and you'll see, oh my gosh, you can't believe those folks actually got funding, or they got the grant near me. You can also search where you're located. Let me put in Atlanta, for example. So it pulls up business names who have received either EIDL loans or grants in Atlanta. Right here on the right-hand side under type, you can see what type of funding it is. So most of these are grants. New England Marine received the full 10K. Toll Atlanta received 1K. So again, by looking at this, you can see size of the business, because these are all based on the first round, which was 1K per employee. So if there was 1K here, that means they have 1 employee. If 10K, 10 or more employees. 2K, 2 employees. So it's interesting to see. You can also search by zip code who near you has gotten funding. And we do the same thing for all PPP loans as well. Go check it out. Don't all go at once because our server has been overloaded. We've done some optimization late last night and this morning to try to keep up with the demand. So if you all go visit now and it times out, just refresh or wait a few minutes to check back. These are millions of businesses across the country that are now publicly available. That's today's quick update. Links below. Don't forget to go download our free app, or if you want a $10 credit for our app, trackeidlgrant.com. Gets you $10 for our app. Hit subscribe. Tomorrow I'm talking about more grant opportunities for you. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.